Kansas City looks unstoppable this year, and it's hard to imagine anyone standing in their way. The Chiefs are in incredible form, and with most of the team in peak physical condition, they're setting themselves up for another shot at the championship. There's a sense of inevitability surrounding their journey to the title. And the way they've been playing, it's hard to bet against them. The chemistry and skill on this team are unmatched. Patrick Mahomes has been playing at an MVP level, showcasing his usual magic with the ball. His ability to read defenses and make insane throws continues to defy expectations. Whether it's a no-look pass, a deep bomb downfield, or a clutch scramble, Mahomes just does it all. And it feels like he's in complete control of the game every time he steps onto the field. The recent updates about the Chiefs have sparked intense fan discussion, and I'm going to tell you all about it. But before you continue, make sure you've already hit the like button. Only do so if you're a true Chiefs fan. If you can, comment something like, "Come on, Chiefs, on to the win." There's a lot to talk about regarding Andy Reid's plans for our star-studded wide receiver core as we make our way deeper into the playoffs. After our 23-14 win over the Houston Texans in the divisional round, there was a lot of talk about the use or lack thereof of our wide receivers. Rookie Xavier Worthy was the only wideout to record a reception in the game, hauling in 5 catches for 45 yards. Meanwhile, veterans like Hollywood Brown, DeAndre Hopkins, and Juju Smith-Schuster were mostly quiet, combining for just 4 incomplete targets. Brown was the only one of the 3 to play more than half of the offensive snaps. In Wednesday's press conference, Coach Reid addressed the situation, and here's the scoop. There was no grand plan to limit their involvement. According to Reid, that's just the way it worked out. We want to use all of them. They're all good players. They only have 1 ball, so it just happened to go the other way. And not for any other reason than it was coming their way. They're all part of it. So where did the ball go? Straight to Travis Kelce, of course. The legendary tight end put on a vintage performance with 7 catches, 117 yards, and a touchdown. Quarterback Patrick Mahomes explained that the defensive attention on guys like Brown and Hopkins created opportunities for Kelce to dominate. There was attention paid to Brown and Hopkins, Mahomes said. They made sure to bomb those guys. It allowed the middle of the field to be open for Travis. That's how you have to do it in this league. Whenever certain matchups are working for you, you go to them. We're going to try to be better this week by giving them more and more opportunities down the field. Mahomes also noted that even when Brown wasn't making catches, his presence still impacted the game. In the second quarter, Mahomes narrowly missed a long pass to Brown that would have put the Chiefs in the red zone. But on the next play, he found Kelce for a massive 49-yard gain, setting up a touchdown 3 plays later. Even the one we didn't complete, the one downfield, kind of scared them, Mahomes said. The next play, Travis hits one up the middle and makes a big play happen. That's the versatility of the offense, just finding what's working best that day. And it's not like Hopkins or Brown are dealing with injuries either. Hopkins confirmed he's feeling fine and isn't listed on the injury report. Brown, who missed most of the season with a shoulder injury, is finally back and contributing, even if it doesn't always show up on the stat sheet. Reid acknowledged the challenges of spreading the ball around such a loaded offense. The last few weeks have been great, he said. Everybody's ready to play. It hasn't been a problem that way. Everyone's coming in and getting a chance to play. As far as the passing game, it just depends on where the ball is going. We have total confidence in all of them. They're all very good players. Has the tools to beat anyone. But now I want to hear from you. Are you happy with how the Chiefs are using their wide receivers? Should Hollywood, Hopkins, or Juju get more targets? Or do you have confidence in Reid and Mahomes continuing to perform as expected? Let's get into the positional analysis and see where the Chiefs have the edge. First, the quarterbacks. It's Patrick Mahomes versus Josh Allen, a matchup we've seen many times before, with Mahomes going undefeated against Allen in the playoffs. Allen is a top 3 quarterback and an MVP candidate, but Mahomes is the reigning king of postseason football. Sure, his regular season was quieter by his standards, 3,928 yards and 26 touchdowns, but when it comes to game-winning plays in January, no one does it better. That edge clearly goes to Mahomes, who has led the Chiefs to 7 consecutive AFC championship appearances. Now, the running game, Buffalo has the advantage here with James Cook fresh off back-to-back 1,000 yards, 16 touchdown seasons. Add Josh Allen's mobility to the mix, and the Bills' running game becomes a real threat. On the other side, Isaiah Pacheco was crucial during last year's Super Bowl run, but injuries have slowed him down this season. If Pacheco can regain his form, he'll give the Chiefs a huge boost, but for now, the Bills have the edge in the running department. Looking at the offensive lines, the Chiefs shine. Trey Smith, Creed Humphrey, and Joe Thuney anchor one of the best interiors in the league, consistently ranking in the top 10 in run blocking and pass blocking. Even with some changes due to weaknesses at tackle, this group has remained strong. Buffalo's line is solid, but Kansas City's O-line gives Mahomes the protection he needs to make those magical plays. Advantage, Chiefs. Moving on to the defensive line, it's another big advantage for Kansas City. Chris Jones is playing like a man possessed, arguably the best 3-technique tackle in the NFL. The Chiefs picked off C.J. Stroud 8 times last week, with Jones and George Karlaftis leading the charge. Buffalo's defensive line, led by Ed Oliver and Greg Rousseau, has been good, but hasn't shown the same dominance. And while Von Miller can still make plays as a situational rusher, that battle belongs to Kansas City. At linebacker, the Bills have the edge. Matt Milano and Terrell Bernard have been the heart of Buffalo's defense, combining for 18 tackles in the playoffs and making game-changing plays like forced fumbles. Nick Bolton is a beast for Kansas City, donning the green dot and leading the team with 106 tackles this season, but Buffalo's depth gives them a slight edge here. In the secondary, it's tight, but the Chiefs get the nod. Trent McDuffie has been blocking receivers all season and was brilliant last week, holding Texans wide receiver Nico Collins to just 1 reception. Justin Reid has been a rocket safety, leading the team in tackles in the divisional round. Buffalo's secondary is strong with Taron Johnson and Christian Benford making plays, but Kansas City has the better cornerback and safety in this matchup. Special teams, it's all about Harrison Butker. The Chiefs' kicker has been nothing short of automatic in the postseason, hitting 35 of 39 career playoff field goals and hitting all 3 of his attempts last week. With a reliable punter in Matt Araiza, the Chiefs have the best special teams unit left in the playoffs. So here's where we stand. The Chiefs have the advantage at quarterback, offensive line, defensive line, secondary, and special teams. The Bills get the nod in the running game and linebacker core, but the Chiefs' complete dominance makes them the favorite to win this one. Now it's time for you to weigh in. Do you agree with our analysis? Which matchup are you most excited to see unfold on Sunday? Let's get started. There's some big news about head coach Andy Reid that we need to talk about. As the Chiefs prepare for Sunday's AFC Championship matchup against the Buffalo Bills, Andy Reid has been named a finalist for the NFL Coach of the Year award. After leading Kansas City to an impressive 15-2 regular season, Reid finds himself among elite company, including Washington's Dan Quinn, Denver's Sean Payton, Minnesota's Kevin O'Connell, and Detroit's Dan Campbell. The Chiefs wasted no time celebrating their head coach, affectionately known as Big Red. The team posted, "Nobody does it like Big Red. Congrats to Coach Reid on being named a finalist for the AP Coach of the Year award." And honestly, who can argue with that? This man has been a genius on the sidelines and a true leader for this franchise. Believe it or not, Reid has only won this award once in his legendary 26-year NFL head coaching career in 2002 with the Philadelphia Eagles. But let's be real, Reid's focus has always been on winning championships. With 3 Super Bowl rings already under his belt, the legacy he's building in Kansas City is unmatched. The AP Coach of the Year award winner will be announced on February 6th during the NFL Honor Ceremony, which airs on Fox and NFL Network. But for now, all eyes are on Sunday's matchup as the Chiefs look to secure another trip to the big game. So, Chiefs fans, what do you think? Does Big Red deserve to take home Coach of the Year again? Before we talk about Travis Kelce, Chiefs Kingdom, we have an important message. This week, we are not only facing the Bills on the field, but also in a subscriber battle against the Bills Breakdown channel. And you know what's best? We're already winning. We've brought in 120 new subscribers while they only have 65. But we can't relax now. We need to extend our lead even further. If you love this team, if you believe that the Chiefs are more than a team, they're a family, then subscribe to the channel right now. Let's show that our passion goes far beyond the sidelines. Go on the attack and help our fans win this battle of subscribers. Hit that subscribe button and guarantee your participation in this team off the field. On top of that, you'll have access to the best news, analysis, and exclusive content from the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs Kingdom, it's time to dominate. Let's go. Now let's get to the central topic, Travis Kelce. The name that leaves Bills fans shaking every time the ball flies towards him. And did you know that in every playoff game against Buffalo, Kelce had at least 75 yards and scored at least one touchdown? Yes, the man is a nightmare for them, our biggest asset in playoff games. If you still doubt it, listen to this. In the 2021 game, Kelce destroyed it with 118 yards and 2 touchdowns. The following year, he scored the iconic game-winning touchdown in overtime in a game for the ages. And in 2023, he shined again with another 75 yards and another touchdown. In other words, Travis Kelce has been the epitome of consistency and dominance against the Bills in high-stakes games. The message is clear. Travis Kelce not only elevates his game in big moments, but he literally becomes unstoppable against Buffalo. Will we see another historic performance on Sunday? The odds are in our favor, and I can't wait to see what he comes up with. Patrick Mahomes said it all. Playoff Trav is what makes the big moments even bigger. When the greatest quarterback in history meets the greatest tight end in history, something magical happens. Kelce is second only to Jerry Rice in receiving yards in the postseason with an impressive 2,020 yards. And with 2 more touchdowns, he could also pass Rice for most TDs in playoff history. Chiefs Kingdom, we are witnessing history being made before our very eyes. Every connection between Mahomes and Kelce is a reminder of what makes the Chiefs so special. They don't just play football. They create spectacles. Against the Bills, you can bet that chemistry will shine through once again. Does anyone dare to doubt them? I certainly don't. If there's one thing Andy Reid knows how to do, it's plan. And Travis Kelce's rest has been a masterstroke. Last year, after a subpar regular season, he came into the playoffs refreshed and was simply unstoppable. The same strategy is being used this year. Since Christmas, Kelce hadn't played for 25 days before the matchup against Houston, and the result was a spectacle: 117 yards, an average of 16.7 yards per reception, and a touchdown. He was rested and destroyed the Texans' defense, proving that rest makes all the difference for a veteran like him. Now think about the impact of that against the Bills. A rested, prepared, and hungry Kelce is back to shine. That's the perfect scenario for him to put Buffalo's defense in the pocket once again. Chiefs Kingdom, it's playoff Trav time. Let's talk about the Bills defense for a moment. In their game against the Ravens, we saw their secondary leaving huge holes, allowing easy passes all the time. Now imagine Travis Kelce being left open like that. The damage would be inevitable. Don't you think? The biggest danger for the Bills is underestimating the chemistry between Mahomes and Kelce. Any space they leave will be turned into precious yards and deadly touchdowns. If Buffalo is to avoid disaster, they're going to need a near perfect defensive plan. And honestly, Chiefs Kingdom, who can stop this offense? If the Bills leave gaps, Kelce will do what he does best: punish the opposing defense. That's the biggest problem for Buffalo and the biggest opportunity for the Chiefs. We're ready to exploit this to the fullest and win another AFC title. It's not just Andy Reid who's saying it. Travis Kelce is the best tight end in history. The numbers speak for themselves. more decisive games, more touchdowns in the playoffs, more impact in moments that define seasons. Kelce isn't just consistent. He's the guy you want when your season is on the line. He's the player who makes the difference between a win and a loss in tight games. This Sunday against Buffalo, he gets another chance to prove why he's the king of tight ends. With the rest of the team stepping up as well, Kansas City is poised to make another deep playoff run, and their path to being champions again is wide open. If they can continue to play at this level, there's no reason why they can't finish the season on top once more. Fans are rightfully excited, and the NFL world is bracing for another dominant postseason from the Chiefs. It's looking like another championship could be in the cards for this juggernaut of a team. Let me know how you're feeling in the comments. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more daily content. Thanks for being part of the Chiefs Kingdom.